Alright, so we're back here building our cavern fort again. At the end of the last video, we fought off a mountain of elves, and I noticed a problem, which is right here. I reloaded a few times, but all I get is this medical doctor diagnosing and trying to set this kid's bone in a huge loop. And he's probably the one using up my yak soap too. I tried a few things like moving the traction bench closer to the table, but nothing seemed to be working except for just removing him from the hospital to go about his day. So hopefully that kid ends up fine. And since my hospital has used quite a bit of soap compared to my normal hospitals, we want to do some more soap, but I'm gonna do this one step at a time. Just watch it, just so I can see exactly how come my work order chain wasn't working quite right before. That way I can write it properly. And also, in the meantime, I will slaughter one of these so I can get some tallow, and then forbid sheep tallow within kitchen. Alright, so I got an ash. Next step is to make a lye. Check the butcher's task. Okay, here comes the butcher. Kitchen is here. Let's check the... Oops. Okay, we'll grab the ash. I think they probably need to get a bucket for this part. And I'm wondering... Bucket, barrel, I don't know. Okay, well, that part's going to take a little longer, so we'll watch this first. And then forbid my tallow. Alright, sheep tallow. Kitchen. Go ahead and cook the rest of the yak tallow because we don't have much of that anymore. Alright, and up here, we did get a bucket. And I think I am going to remove... Oh wow, look at all these plump helmets. While I'm at it, I suppose we can increase our drink stockpiles. We don't have enough dwarves for all the plump helmets we're brewing or making. Pigtails. Okay, turn plump helmets off there. Pigtails, sweet pods. We'll turn plump helmets off there. Leave them on that one. And we'll turn them off there. Alright, where were we? We're up here. Here we go. what happened. Alright, so the lie's in the bucket. Honeybee venom. I must have got that from a wagon somewhere. Too bad they won't cook it, probably. Alright, and make soap from tallow. Grabbing the bucket. We're killing some giant chinchillas. You know, I'd just about gotten that cleaned up to the top level, and then this happened. So something else I noticed is, while this thing is dropping blood here, like it's supposed to, it's not moving it. So I read the wiki page on cleaning, and the foot bath is actually supposed to be 3-7 deep and not 2-7 deep. So I do have a few 3s and a few 1s, but I decided I'd go ahead and dig out just a bit more, because otherwise that thing's not going to do its job. Alright, and back to the soap process. What I'm actually wondering is if I just didn't have enough buckets, because my live work order, I was just setting it to 10. That would fill up 10 buckets. No, look at that. He took the whole stack of sheep tallow. 1 soap. Huh. No, I don't even know why I was canceling before. He took 1 ash, 1 lye, and then 1 tallow and 1 soap. So 10, 10, 10 should have worked, but let's see. I want to see if there's a way to count soap with a work order. Oops, let's see. Actually, can we do that? Tower gap, fungi wood. Alright, so items, type, probably bar, I would say. Material, soap. It's gonna be a little specific, huh? Sheep, soap. Is at least 0, 2. Okay, so it's actually counting it. For now, we're gonna get rid of that though. Because I gotta think about it. I think we're gonna move the make a little stockpile for ash here, and then 1 for lye, like here. That only needs to be. All right. And we're gonna try to automate the soap making process. Look at my Mark's dwarves. They're all legendary. That's what happens when you have to fight agitated wildlife for years. My wood stockpile is actually getting low. I kind of want to leave that one. I could get some iron from this thing. These things that are just growing out. Probably gonna leave that one. And that one. A little tip. Don't bother waiting for tower cap to grow because it takes decades of game time before it gets wide like this. So if you ever do a tree farm, ooh. Oh, okay, these are just bugged. Sharp diorite. I thought I had sand there for a second. It'd be kind of weird for it to be red, but... Huh. Oh, is this the same kid as before? Ah, it totally is. And he's still not getting properly treated either. That's... a little frustrating. Alright, so we're gonna go back to work on the soap. I don't know what to do about this. Maybe I can just fire my doctor. And get a different one that knows how to set bones properly. Alright, so back up here. Let's go ahead and smooth this. Alright, so we're going to put ash right here. Ash and... well, I would like to just make it from fungi wood. I don't know if I'm going to have enough. I want to save these ones. We're going to cut this open again. I think I might just leave a door here permanently. We're needing more wood. Got a bunch right over here. We can actually get a bunch right over here. Anyways, we'll get there soon enough. For now, so lye is the next one. Take lye out of this stockpile. I think it's here. Alright, and that's right, it's in food. Lye. So the idea is that this one's just set to have 10 bars of ash at all times. And what I think I'll do is over here, okay, we'll make lie. If ash is greater than, and if lie is less than. Okay, so if ash is greater than, we're supposed to have 10, but we'll just set it to 5. And if lie is less than, I don't really want very many. Let's just set it here for now. And then 1. So that should make 3. Because I want to see how it gets stored. If it gets stored in this barrel, I might try to make more at a time. And then the last one we're going to do over here, make soap from tallow. That one, this one, and okay, this one, and I'm going to change this because I think it probably won't work like that. Actually, yeah, I'm going to change this to cheap soap is less than 5. Light containing items is greater than 1. Tallow is greater than 1. And then make 1. We'll check back up on that in a little bit. Hopefully it works. Alright, so we're actually getting this clean once again. Cut a few trees over here. I had another idea in between this video and the last. So my lake is filling up, as you can see. It's definitely cool. We got over the tower cap anyway, so this part looks better now. So what I was thinking was, I'll put a floodgate here, so the water on this level will deepen. I'll put a floodgate and a pressure plate, and then attach them. So I also think we will cut all this stuff right here. Not quite sure if the loggers can get around. We'll see. Maybe we'll leave that one, it's on the edge. I'll try to watch that. Make sure nothing goes wrong. Killing some more giant chinchillas. Alright, so we're gonna go out 1. Put a floor there. Alright, so the pressure plate will be oh, that's some traps. Pressure plate, water triggers. We're just gonna make it so the water's full. It'll trigger. And I suppose we need to make a floodgate. This should make it out of orthoclase, which looks like we're going to need to fill again soon. You know what? Let's move this back to here, I think. That, or we just put it. Maybe I make 2 floodgates right there. No, I just want to do 1. We'll put it right there, because the wall's going to go here, and this floor shouldn't be there. Let's maybe take a little bit there, just to increase the gap right here. Someone threw their clothes in the work area. Oh, there's just a brick there now. Looks like they made it down to here. Just trying to keep an eye on them. Ramp. See if we can take that and that without drowning a miner. Alright, so floodgate. Would definitely like to get that sock out of here. But I suppose the water should probably wash out anything blocking the floodgate. Let's try using the planner. Maybe we can't reach this part. No, we should be able to go right there. There he goes. You know what? We're gonna move this over to. Did we get water? Oh, you tried turning off the planner? There we go. To right behind the floodgate. Alright, that was safe. And we'll do that one. Alright, so link there. What is this thing? I suppose I won't worry about that. Let's cut this one. Let's go check up on our soap. Okay, so we got some ash. I think that was set to check for 5 ash, so we gotta wait. Still linking that. Alright, so one more wall. And remove that one. And I'll just put that block back in. Alright. We'll check up on that again in the future. Can they not get these ones? Oh, okay, they're coming. Oh, there's what happened. Our stockpile's full. I'm gonna watch this to make sure it works, so. What do we kill now? A crocodile? Oh, he's over here. You know what? Go ahead and finish him off. So my siege operators don't get chewed up. Oh, okay, the Mark Dwarf's got him. Here, this spot bothers me and I keep forgetting about it. Alright, we're up to 5 there. Oh, it has to be greater than. Now let's check it. Alright, these are both ready. Now we're gonna make the lye. So I'm sure this is very exciting to watch, but I just want to make sure this is working. Killed a king snake, probably. It's unconscious anyways. Okay, we got we got miasma, of course. So when does this fort not have miasma? Alright, so lies there. Alright, it just got put in a barrel. That should green light. Oh, this has to be better than 1. So they make 1 more here. Okay, troll. It's fighting cave toad. That's way on the other corner. Okay, I suppose we'll just take him out again. For now. Should only need... Oh, they already moved it over to here. Alright, actually I want to set this higher. Let's make it 10. We'll check back up on that in a few minutes. Seems like it's working though. This tree's going to be in the way. Back to cleaning up our perpetual mess. We're not going to make them go up there for now. Maybe back to this project. Before that, let's check this. So, see how this blood is sitting here? The idea is that it washes out on its own from the water flow. Pretty sure, but it's not doing that. So what can happen is, with it sitting here, I'm pretty sure it can get spread around. Not 100% sure. In fact, I think there maybe is a setting for that. I'll just check real quick. Walking spread spatter. Oh, okay, so maybe not. Walking spread spatter, no. Is that spatter? Spattering? That's a spattering. That's a pool. So maybe don't have to worry about it. Maybe this thing's actually working, but I don't think there's any harm in increasing the water here. To 3. Giant dingo. Alright, so over to here. Let's put a garbage dump there. I'll pause this one for a bit. I think we got most of the elf junk. Actually, before we start this, right here, okay. Let's get the rest of the elf junk piled up. Did that one just die in one hit? Flying bolt strikes a giant dingo in the head, tearing the muscle, chipping the skull, and tearing tearing the brain. Alright, we won't go up to that other level. Anyways, this project seems to be functioning, so that makes me happy. What was that? That sucks. The manager. Alright, well, I guess we need a coffin. My kid's still stuck in the hospital. I wonder if my doctor's at least getting skilled up from that. Alright, coffin. I suppose we won't have them go up quite so high to clean, pick stuff up when there's giant dingoes coming down the way. Paint. Who just died? A lath. There he is. This part of this fort has definitely been a little frustrating for me. They should at least be able to probably get his body. There we go. Okay. I definitely think agitation could use some kind of rebalance. Maybe so it ticks down a little faster, because how many years has it been now since I did my road? They're still just coming in. Yeah, alright, I can't do any work up there for now. So project is working, so let's go ahead and pause that. Unpause that one. We'll get ready to go out and work over here. I was kind of thinking I could move this, or have this go down 2 levels, because that would almost get me enough bedrooms. Pull that lever. And despite everything, we've had enough births to offset the deaths in this fort. Alright, so that's down. We're just gonna cut out right there. And right there. I guess we better start with the wall over here. here. Let's see. Needs to be about this big. And then alright, that's that side. And over here, that big. And I suppose we also get these in sooner than later. Can they make it down to here? Guess we won't worry about them. You know, that might be a vulnerability right there. So you know, I'm not gonna worry about it. If invaders can figure out how to get over to here, I'll have shot them half dead before they get here. I think we will probably remove that and go get this wood. Just go ahead and finish this side. I think I need to make a floor up to here. Alright, let's dump these rocks. Alright, and set this to dump too. Do we have to cut that one? I guess we'll see in a second. Kid's back in the hospital again. Wait. Is this the same kid he just moved? Looks like it. Wait, can they even get down here? Come down here. Here. Looks like they should be able to. We'll watch them for a minute instead of giving them more work to do to see if they get down there. And they don't seem to be in a hurry to get to these, though. Oh, shoot. Alright, hold on, guys. Well, so they definitely can't. Can we maybe do that? Or like, nope, not that one. Hold on. Task. Okay, we're gonna cancel that one too. Maybe do it from there. Oh well, I guess pray for my miner. Maybe we'll watch them. Oh, it looks like they're gonna take the right route. Alright, and once it gets down, one more. It's this one that's gonna... Oh, okay, so they got it. Now let's try dumping it. There we go. Could probably take this one. Hold on. The wall is going... Okay, let's leave that one. Let's take this one, it's just gonna grow up into the floor. Oh, come on. Stupid thing. Okay, they're actually gonna just take those to the stockpile. Present my turkey up. Alright. Let's work on this some more. We're gonna need to cut these two. Alright. Oh man. What the heck? That's quite the vulnerability there. Guy'd be sleeping in his bedroom when the flying bees come flying in. Alright, walls. Start doing the walls. Let's channel that spot down. Wait, can they do this corner? I don't think so. Oops. I don't need the reinforced walls. This one too. Okay, we're gonna put one there and one there. Alright, we messed that up right there. Got a higher priority. Just fighting. Lion Man. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I thought someone was over there. Alright. Finish this. I messed up right there. Stop this one. Could probably use a save. It's gonna hit summer pretty soon, but nothing quite like playing for an hour and then having the game crash. So they're going to be stuck in this loop forever. Maybe I'll just pause the hospital zone and unpause it whenever I see injured. Messed up right there. Hold on. Definitely gonna need one here, I think. And here. Giant bat. The Mark's Dwarf spotted it before it killed anybody. Might as well dump that. Okay, we got the spot here. Alright, I think that's more bedrooms are done. I don't know if I'm really that motivated to finish them for all the dwarves. Maybe we'll think of something else for some more bedrooms. Something a little easier. Actually, let's see if I can get rid of this stair. Cave crocodile. The kid's picking up a bolt. Where'd he go? Oh, Jesus. Stupid. He's bleeding. Slight pain. We're gonna have to turn the hospital back on. Is he just punching it? their left hand. Yup. Where's the militia? They were not training, were they? They're coming. Getting tired from punching a crocodile. Still not even close. There they come. Where's he at? He's way down there, though. Stunned it. What's this guy's combat skills? Adequate fighter, adequate striker. This might be one of my embarked people. I think we're gonna be alright. Alright, but these guys can't see what's going on. Here he comes. There we go. Rescued. Oh, he did manage to get injured. Not too bad, surprisingly. An enormous quadruped composed of pudding stone has a stubby horn and undulates rhythmically. And it's not something we have to worry about. Alright, let's fix that. Bedrooms. One for that kid there. Marksman. Child. And there's a siege operator. Oh, let's remove that one. Alright, bedroom. Let's take this out. I would say we don't need the doors either. Remove, actually, alright, we're going to construct around this. Orthoclase. Surely troglodytes can't beat a forgotten beast. Oh, they're really mobbing it though. It's a slow forgotten beast. It's an emotional shock. That's something else. Hold on, are they managing to injure it? They totally are, they're fracturing it. Don't even know what to think about that. Still don't see any threes over here, really. Oh, that's not wet. Temp. What about here? Don't want to see too many fours. The stairs go up here. So fours are okay right there, but alright, those guys are blissful. I was thinking we go back up to the top. See how I got lots of schist. Lots of schist. Now this one is headed up. Okay, so they can go across here. Now we're going up. Alright, we actually found quite a lot there. Oh. There's another aquifer up here. That's interesting. Not that it really helps me, but... Oops. Actually, we'll do it that way. And... keep them from cutting those spots. I believe we sent more up. Some here. quite a long trip. But we're using bolts pretty much endlessly due to the agitated wildlife. Surely it's safe to pick these ones up. So I'm thinking I'll probably retire this fort after the next big goblin siege. So we're getting probably pretty close to done with it. Craft store shop, siege operator. Alright, let's see if, oops. So I got this kid wasting my hospital resources. Go ahead and pause. I don't think my soap production is keeping up with the rate that they're using it. Oh man. That is such a bummer. How many years did that work for? I wonder why that stopped. I know there's some 3s on this one. Alright, well, we've been increasing the water here. That's the only change. I don't see how that would make it stop, though. And I'll say I'm going to do a little more. Oops. Probably get into the... Alright, we'll just do that much for now. I'm going to reload that. This has been the most frustrating power I've ever made in a fort before. We have to do it here. Or would it be better to do it in the middle? Oops. I think we're going to just do it there. And a bolt. Looks like we're saving. It's early summer. We're definitely going to protect our human wagon train that comes in. I don't want to have issues with trading on top of everything else in this fort. Let's look at this real quick. Lie. Huh, hold on. This says greater than 1. But I got 2 right there. Oh, it's only counting one of them for some reason. We really only need 1. Less than 2. Let's actually go up to 5 or 6. Alright. One of these wheels isn't actually working. I should be in a different level. We also have a cave crocodile. Alright, that was from the earlier fight. Let's get rid of these. Spilled more water in my tavern. So there's definitely 3s here. So I was thinking, let's just take this one out for a minute. And we need to turn this off. Actually, let's see. Maybe something like that. Huh. Okay, I might have to turn that notification off. Alright, so... Wait, is that already a hole there? Cavern floor? No. Okay. Maybe I'll move them forward 1 space. To here. Wonder where he went to get something. Creatures, other. We got a bunch of Wolverine men. Let's put a grate there. It's not gonna do it. Threes, taking all the way back to here. Alright, so we got wagons again. Praise Armok. Think 9 for these guys. And we're gonna send... I think 4 is the one that comes up here. Yeah. It's about as much protection as we can provide. So these are up to... You're definitely getting the occasional 3. Oops. Alright, I'm gonna put this back to the way I had it, I guess. See how these guys are doing. At least they brought plenty of wagons. We probably have a surplus of stonecraft since my dwarven caravan never arrived last winter. Alright, schist and start filling that again. You know what? I have an idea for that. I'm going to make this little hole right here a retractable bridge. And then put a lever here. So mist can fall through there. And I don't have to rebuild this spot if it turns off again. I'll just pull the lever to put... Okay, so we had 3 here. I think like that. All tower cap. Yeah, we need to give them those too. Is there more of them up here? There's probably a bunch right here, I guess. Just considering how many guys we have patrolling, I suppose it's safe to clean up the rest of this up to here. Oh, whoops, let's turn those off. Till we can change our thing. Put the lever, actually put the lever like right here. And then why didn't it show me the distance? Alright, let's unforbid this. How close are these? I swear I set my incinerator to burn those. I must have just unforbid them a second ago. Alright, all this junk from those elves. Alright, you know what? We're going on well over an hour and a half, so I will stop the video here and start the next one once I've finished trading.